Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island USA Season 7 because the postseason is the gift that keeps on giving, you guys. And we got to talk about Huda being unfollowed by Olandria. Now, this is different from what happened with Shelly. So if you watch my last video that I put out in the wee hours of the morning, because it was lit last night, it was on fire last night, Shelly blocked Huda. Because the way that it happened, there was no way, unless Huda was constantly refreshing her Instagram feed, she would have known that Shelly had unfollowed her that fast. No, Shelly blocked her. Shelly blocked her, and therefore it automatically had Huda, not able to see Shelly's account, right? And so I did a video because I told y'all from Season 1, Episode 1 of Love Island USA, from Season 1, Episode 1 of Love Island UK, Love Island Australia, I am Team Black Women. I am Team Black Women and everything else. Previous seasons, they try to pin the black women against each other and everything else. Now it seems, especially for the USA show, they've developed a new formula, which is we're going to have the two black women in here and they're going to get along, but we're going to bring in somebody that's, not black, right? But still a person of color that we're going to allow to act all of the negative stereotypical ways that y'all condemn black women for acting, right? But we're going to allow them the space to crash out, to cuss people out, to call people B's and H's, and say all types of foolery. And instead of removing them from the villa when things got too bad and things got too toxic, production said, no, let's give you a redemption arc on top of it all, even though you've tried to quit the show. No. But nonetheless, the biggest problem is the Huda rats in the Huda HQ community, you guys, on Twitter. Their fans, Huda's fans, have enabled Huda to basically go into these interviews and take zero accountability. Feel as though because she has the most followers and everything else out of the cast, that means she's validated. However, she was reposting edits from fans that also in those same fan pages had racist images of Olandria and Shelly, had racist images calling Olandria Harriet Tubman, having disgusting, calling Olandria and Shelly monkeys and chipmunks and chimpanzees. No. These are the people that you're reposting, Huda, that you said that you feel that you are empowered by. And not once have you condemned your fan base. Not once have you sat down and did a statement and said, I do not agree with the hatred and the negativity and the racism that my fan base is displaying. And now there are international people. There are international people, but because now there's an issue in the diaspora, you guys. There is an issue between Black Americans and child, where some people are like, listen here, I'm not a Black American and I stand with Huda, I identify with her. What? No. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than you, and the fact that you do not see an issue with Huda's problems and how she's displayed, not just on the show, but the behavior she displayed on this podcast interview and all the subsequent interviews where she's saying she's bullied, none of the girls had my back. What do you mean none of the girls had your back? How can you say in one interview that Amaya and Olandria are your closest friends and all of this and all of that? And then in the other interviews, nobody had my back. The only people I could talk to was the therapist. Nobody, I felt so isolated. I was so alone. Nobody did anything to talk to me, that they just wanted me, make me feel small. No. You did this to yourself, Huda. This is all self-inflicted, Huda. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So I know that there were people, like I said, I'm Team Shelly, I am Team Olandria from infinity to infinity, because I know the BS that the Black female islanders go through on this show. You either have to, if you act too quote unquote normal, you're boring. If you are the one who is not being desired and everybody's passing you over, then it's all, we have to, like now it's the whole sympathy thing, and Black women are not loved and they shouldn't be on the show. And then when you have a situation like Shelly, where 6 men were after Shelly on this show. Not one time did any of these men disrespect Shelly or any of that, and they were jealous. In particular, Huda was jealous. Huda was jealous from jump when she was in a couple with Jeremiah, asking for him to do the things that Ace was doing for Shelly, even though Ace wasn't even in a couple with Shelly at that point in time, and was already making her breakfast, was already planning dates, and doing all these things, making Austin look like a schmuck because he was just trying to ride the wave of being safe on the show. No, right? Charlie came in, he was interested in Shelly. We know Chris came in, he was interested in Shelly. We know also Zach with the K, I believe, was also interested. Somebody else from Casa was interested, but the name's escaping me. But it doesn't matter because they were dumped. But my point is, all these people were after Shelly. Once Huda saw the attention Shelly was getting, she would either complain about it to the person she was in the couple with, or she would start to be acting out in these challenges with people who were in couples with Shelly to try to get a rise out of Shelly, to try to get Shelly's attention, and it finally escalated at the heart rate challenge, right? And it sounds like from Chris's interview that the plan was for him and Huda to do a couple swap with Shelly and Ace, and that Huda was going to do her big one, but it sounded like essentially the plan was for Huda to still explore other options, i.e. Ace, because apparently she revealed yesterday that she had an attraction to him, she was interested in him, and all this and all of that, while y'all were spinning the narrative that it was Ace that was interested in Huda because he liked some pictures back in 2023. He liked 2 pictures in 2023. The same narrative that y'all put against, y'all are hypocrites about, as far as Ace and Shelly following each other, meeting each other at the club, and also him liking her pics. Y'all did a whole nother narrative on that. But Huda basically framed it as, Ace has been wanting me. Oh, has he? Then why isn't he with you? So all of this foolery is taking place, y'all. Shelly sees that she is being named as the worst person in the world to Huda. She's the reason for all of Huda's issues because Huda wore some bikini and white shorts, and Chris didn't pay her any mind, didn't pay her any attention, and she felt a way about that. She felt a way of Chris talking about how good Shelly looked and how good all these other people looked. And it's interesting, she does not want to name any of the other women's names, but she's got Shelly's name in her mouth. And I'm like, what are we doing? I'm like, it's giving you have a one-sided beef with Shelly, and it's giving that Shelly's feelings were valid after what happened at the Heart Rate Challenge. That you went too far. You came into this villa talking about a sisterhood, being a girl's girl. Nobody could talk to Jeremiah. Nobody could do this with Jeremiah. If they did so, they were all types of B's and H's, like what you called Amaya, like what you called Hannah, like what you called Iris and everything else. And now all of a sudden, you have attached yourself to Amaya. You've attached yourself to Olandria because you know that they are liked by the public, and you have yet to go on your own platform and talk to your own fans, and instead your fans spam their interviews, spam their comments on their Instagram lives asking for you. No. So they're all at this Airbnb, y'all. Chris already basically did an interview that basically alludes to Huda trying to sex you or coerce him into sex the night before their final date, where he's like, she keeps rubbing on his back and is like 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, please have sex with me. No. So all of that is going down. And Huda tries to play it like, well, he's not even that, anyways. It's given small size and all this, and I can handle this. Girl, what? What did you say? What did you say? It's just vile. It is just trifling. It is just gutter snipe behavior, y'all. It is gutter snipe. Now listen, we can have our debates about Leah from season 6, but what I'll give Leah is Leah has a finesse to her. She has a level of class to her to where she knows a way to hide some of her messiness, right? She still knows the bigger picture, the bigger brand is Team PPG, right? So nonetheless, she's not going to stray from that. Now, she still gets messy in the comments. She still makes offhanded comments about Janae, but nonetheless, it is not on the level of what we are seeing right here with Huda, where Huda is taking no accountability. She is saying nothing to her fans. Unlike Leah at least said something to her fans in the beginning and was like, listen, look at here. Like, y'all not going to be going in on Serena and Janae like this. Like, we all have various experiences from the show. Like you're not going to do that. But Olandria since has unfollowed Huda, and I need cameras. I need footage of what happened in that Airbnb, because you already have drama from the Chris angle. Chris was trying to keep it nice on the Viophiles interview, and Huda just came in on her podcast interview and just completely obliterated all of that and was dragging Chris. Even Jalen caught a stray. She was calling Jalen a bad kisser, like just all of these things. And so you know that Olandria refers to Shelly as her soul sister. Y'all know that Shelly and Ace have been taking a social media break. All of the content that y'all have seen from Shelly and Ace has been via other sources, whether it was fans that spotted them at Disneyland or Nick posting posting pictures or videos or whatever else via his Snapchat or whatever else. However, Shelly, I think it was Ace's handler, his best friend, that told the world that due to the hate, due to the racism and everything else, that Shelly and Ace would not be posting for quite some time because they needed a social media break. And I don't blame them, because what happened after Huda's interview last night was it reignited all of the hatred, all of the racism, all of the negativity against Shelly, and it was unwarranted, because if you actually listen to the clips of the interview that people were posting on Twitter, you would realize that Shelly was validated in her feelings. That everything Huda said basically validated how Shelly moved with Huda and kept Huda at arm's length, because she saw how crazy Huda was moving. And it was awkward watching the Olandria live where Huda is snuggled up and attached to Olandria at the hip and calling herself, the daughter of Olandria. No. And it was very spooky. It was very weird, because you already tried to push up on Pepe multiple times. You've tried to push up on Ace. You've done what you've done with Chris, and you've done what you've done with Jeremiah, and it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. So now you're just gonna attach yourself to the couples and be their kid. But Olandria said, no. I'm going to unfollow, right? And shout out to EJ. Shout out to EJ on TikTok, if y'all know who that is, and on Twitter, because like I said, he is gathering the receipts upon receipts of all the harm that was done to Shelly, of all the harm that was done to Olandria. And Olandria's mom was in those comments that was like, listen, I'm going to go to war for my daughter. I'm going to go to war for my daughter, and I understand that my daughter, she's got contractual obligations this week in Los Angeles. She's got interviews to do. She's got press to do to promote the show, to talk about life outside of the villa. So she can't say everything that I can say. She can't, but at least I can get the receipts so that she is aware, y'all. So that is the latest. Olandria has unfollowed Huda. I have not. I checked the other cast members. I checked Nicolas. I checked Pepe. I checked Iris. They have not unfollowed or blocked Huda or anything like that. So far, Shelly has just blocked on Huda last night. And then today, Olandria has unfollowed Huda, because as you'll know, That is Olandria's soul sister. That is her blanket buddy in the mornings and everything else. That is when they both had breakdowns and cried over each other's dumpings and everything else. That is a real friendship to the point that Olandria's sisters want to adopt Shelly as their sisters. It is at the point where Olandria's aunt was like, I need Shelly in Alabama to come to our cookouts as well. So nonetheless, I don't understand why Huda did all of this and said that she's got receipts and she's going to be doing all of this and doing all of that at the reunion, and you are destroying these friendships that y'all thought that y'all resolved the issues in the villa. Shelly was keeping it cute in these interviews and everything else, but now it's war. Now it is war, and now it is going to be a hot mess at this reunion. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.